up, world? It's me, Brizzy, and I have been doing voice impressions on YouTube for 10 years now. By my rough calculations, I have attempted, for all of the internet to hear, over 500 different characters, possibly closer to 1,000, to varying degrees of success. But regardless, you could say I have some experience in this field. So, if you've ever wondered, this is how to do voice impressions. Side note, if this video hits 5,000 likes, I will do a follow-up video specifically breaking down some of what I think are the easiest voice impressions to do for someone with feminine vocal cords like me. There are plenty of videos online of how to do easy voice impressions that break down like Kermit, Elmo, Smeagol, you know, these characters voiced by men, but I cannot find any by women, so if you're interested in that, you need that kind of info, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe so you don't miss it, and other future voiceover tips. All right, let's get started. To do impressions, you're gonna need 3 things. The better these 3 things are, the better your impressions are gonna end up being. 1, functioning vocal cords. If it's a voice impression and not just a face impression of like Kristen Stewart playing Bella Swan, you're gonna need functioning vocal cords. 2, good hearing, and even more specifically, good listening. And 3, great attention to detail. Virgo impressionists, rise up. That goes for both your listening skills to the original voice and your ability to find detail and specification within your own vocal instrument. Things that will help that you don't technically need. Video resources, a microphone, and training. Video or recorded audio resources to imitate. I know this seems like a need, and it kinda is. If you're gonna wanna do a good impression of a character or celebrity that people know and recognize, you're gonna have to find clips to study. But you could also just do an impression of your overbearing mother, or your neurotic teacher, or that overly chipper cashier at the grocery store. Those are all technically impressions. A microphone. Your voice sounds different in your head than it does to other people in real life, because the vibration of your skull as you speak alters your perception of the sound as it reaches your ears. That's why when you listen to a recording of your voice, you're like,
do I really sound like that? That's so annoying.
Because you're used to hearing yourself through your skull. You're used to hearing this resonant version that seems lower and less annoying than the recorded sound. Sorry to break it to you, but that's your real voice. So a microphone and some computer or phone that allow you to record and play back is gonna allow you to listen to what you really sound like, and it'll let you play back and forth between your impression and the original, so you can try to catch the differences and tweak it until you get it just right. Bonus benefit, if you've got a microphone and the internet, you can upload your voice impressions to the World Wide Web for the whole world to hear. What a concept. Someone should try that. But you don't need all that though. You can do your impressions just on your own at home, at school, at work, and just entertain and or annoy your friends and enemies. And training. Formal training in the world of theater and or music, especially singing, will do wonders for your skills as an impressionist by laying a solid foundation on which to build. It'll teach you what your tools are as an instrument and how to use them effectively and safely. Or you could teach yourself via personal research, experience, and trial and error. You've already proven yourself rather capable of doing personal research by finding this video, so well done. But I do think that the voice and speech class I took for 2 years in college was invaluable to my work as a voice actor and impressionist. This class taught vocal health, breath work, the International Phonetic Alphabet, and taught us to experiment with our voice and character work. It gave me a good understanding of different sounds and pronunciations thanks to the phonetic alphabet, and how physically I can change my voice, especially by resonating from different parts of my body, like a chest voice down here, or a nasally voice up in the nose, or something off the top of your head. And it's not just about pitch either. If this is something you'd be interested in me deep diving into, a real nerdy breakdown of all the things in my voice and speech classes that I still think help me to this day without you having to pay an NYU tuition, give this video a like and please specify that in the comments. Now let's talk about the parts of a voice. What makes Alice from Alice in Wonderland utterly different from Roz from Monsters, Inc. There are 5 qualities to examine for every impression: pitch, tone, inflection, accent, and attitude. Number 1, pitch, the literal frequency of the voice. Is it high, 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 high? lordy, 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 lo. You know, anyone remember that scene from Magic School Bus? Just me?
Hattie, 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 hat.
Lordy, 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 lo.
Alice is quite high because she's just a young girl, you see, whereas
Roz is very low. She's actually voiced by a man, so she's not even really in my range. But they're clearly different.
Number 2, tone, the quality of the voice print. Is it raspy? Is it airy? Is it full? Is it gravelly?
Is it nasally?
What is the sound? All the minutia of sound, some of which is easy to describe, some of which almost impossible to put into words.
Alice is quite airy and clear.
Roz is as gravelly as a slug can be.
She's actually not as gravelly as I remember her being, but still pretty gravelly. Number 3, inflection, the musicality of the tone and pitch. How does it vary and go up and down? Is it sing-song, monotone the entire time, staccato, always ending on an up like everything's a question? Inflection will often be the result of the mixture of the accent and attitude.
Alice is quite lively and musical, frequently changing her inflection mid-sentence, almost like reading a storybook.
Roz is monotone. Always.
Number 4, the accent, the pronunciation, the dialect, any lisps or speech impediments or quirks.
Alice is of course English and very posh, so she has a received pronunciation accent, whereas
Roz is American, with some sort of faint northeastern accent.
Number 5, attitude, the acting of it all, and how that translates into speed, projection, mannerisms, all the little quirks and personality of this character.
Alice is very prim and proper, but also quite confused and often irritated, but still trying to be polite.
Roz hates you and just wants you to file your paperwork already.
But moral of the story, can you just say, nah, what's up, Doc? Or can you recite Shakespeare as Bugs Bunny and still have it feel real? Jim Meskimen says that the first thing he does when learning an impression is just take a moment to sit silently and look at the world as if through the eyes of that person. Taking a minute to just connect with what it's like to be that person. And I feel like that's the level of detail necessary for a really, truly good voice match, not just a surface level impression. Let's talk for a minute about surface level impressions, shall we? Confession time. The vast majority of impressions that I've done on this channel, probably 99%, if you stopped me on the street and asked me to do that impression, it would probably not be very good. It would at least be noticeably worse than what I put in the video. That's because 99% of the impressions I've done on this channel were not practiced. They are what I call instinctual impressions. I play the video clip, listen to it, repeat over and over, do a few takes, pick my favorite take. Basically, I don't take the time to practice and study all of the nuance, and either I've got it or I don't. And the ones that I don't, I cut them out of the video. They are purely surface level impressions, picking up upon the most obvious traits of that voice and imitating that to the best of my ability in the moment. They are not perfected in any way. They're not gonna fool almost anyone into thinking it's the real thing. They simply do their job of entertaining. They are not perfect, but they are still fun. And fun always has a purpose. But when Eric Bauza is hired to do Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck or Marvin the Martian or Tweety Bird or God knows who else at this point, he is not doing an impression of Mel Blanc's Looney Tunes. No. He is voice matching. He studied those cartoons for hours and hours and hours. He noted all the specificities of not only their voices and sounds, but their personalities, so he can believably play them and do them justice. I am very confident that Bauza could recite Shakespeare as almost any Looney Tune, and it would be a masterpiece to behold. And that is the difference between an impression and a voice match. An impression is a rough caricature for entertainment, while a voice match is a perfect artistic recreation. impression. And both have their place in this wonderfully wacky world of voices. If you want to get into even more of the nitty-gritty of how this all works, there are tons of great impressionists on YouTube offering free advice. I personally recommend you check out Jim Meskimen, Charlie Hopkinson, and of course my dear friend Brian Hall. I really feel like they cover it all, so I will link to all those guys down below. But hey, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. You made it this far, you might as well, and I'll see you next time with a brand new video.